Hi guys, welcome to TechGate. So today we are back with a daily Leetcode challenge problem. That's word subsets Leetcode medium 916. It's similar to the question which we have seen regarding the subsets. So it's like one and the same thing if you know how to find whether word is a subset or not, and the same thing. So let's see what this question has. So if in case there are any queries, do let me know. I'll be there to help you out. And now let's see what the question has. You have been given two strings, that's word 1 and word 2. Now, a string B is a subset of A if every letter in B occurs in A including multiplicity. Okay. For example, you have WRR. Okay. So in one here you can see WRR. Okay. It is a subset, but it is not a subset of word. Why? Because in this we have one W and one R, and here we have two R, so that won't work. Okay, let's see now. A string A from words 1, we have two lists, words 1 and words 2. So in from words list is universal if every string of B in words 2, that means B is a subset of A. Now return an array of all the universal strings. All the universal strings are like in their term universal strings. Let's see, we have two lists. In the first list, let's say we have Apple, and then we have given Facebook, Amazon, Leetcode, and Google. Okay, now here in the words list, let's say it's E and L. Now for a subset, let's not talk about this list. Let's consider it's initially only L. Okay, so if we just take this first, how to check whether it's a subset? We'll check the particular string. Now that's just a character. So does it occur? Yes, it does. So we can say this will qualify. Come to the second one. Is L there? No. In third, no. In fourth, yes. And in fifth, yes. For all the ones that contain this, now come to the second one. Take E. Check. Now don't check these ones because we already need to find the ones which has all this. So in the second one, if we find, is E there? Yes, yes, and yes. So these three will be the result that should come out if in this case we talk. Okay. Now, what if we change it a little bit? Let's say instead of L, this time we don't have just a single letter, we have a word or something. Okay, let's say it's LE and it's EE. We have two. Okay, now let's check which one will be valid. So obviously we'll begin from the first one. LE, is LE there? Yes, no, no, yes, and yes. Now for all these three, check for the EE ones. Yeah, okay, sorry, EE, only one E is there and second is not there, so no. Yes, this is valid, this is not. So again the result this time will contain only one. Now this is the actual process, but how we'll go up with this now? See, in words 2, whatever it is, we just have 26 alphabets. Take an array with a size of 26. Okay. Keep the count of these alphabets. Okay. Now count of these alphabets, that doesn't mean that like for L obviously you will have one here. For E you will have 3. No, you will take the maximum count. Maximum, like here E was 1, here E was 2. So maximum you get is 2. Why? Because for 1, if it, now check here, this is being valid. Okay, let's say if we just had lead, then this would also will be valid, not just because this is 3 E's, but 2 E's will also be valid because LE is also there, E is also there. So what you have to do is take an array with 26 for every word in word 2. Okay? For every word in word 2, maintain a count, and that count should be that, let's say we have B in W, so max of that particular alphabet, let's say this A of I, and the max occurrence in that for that particular element, so that should be the value of this particular element. Okay, and then once you have this particular array ready, okay, so for every string S in words 1, you will check. That means as soon as you find the value, keep on decreasing it. And at last you will check if all of these are 0, that means all have been satisfied. In that case, this is a universal string. Otherwise, it is just a simple thing. Okay? Like we had this Leetcode word. Okay? So sorry. Let me make this more clear. We have Leetcode. I'll just write these alphabets only. Okay, so sorry. Okay. Though it would be in alphabetical order, but I'm just writing this to explain things. Okay. Okay. So this is how the alphabet would go on Leetcode. So initially this one and the words were like this, LE and E. So initially L became 1, E became 1. Coming to the second one, E became 2. So 2 on 1, obviously 2 will come here. So rest everything is 0. Okay. Now, as we come to this word, we'll check. As we found L, come to L. Now, how you will find this? Whatever is the sky value minus 97. Okay. Now, L as you found, reduce it by 1. Next is E, reduce it by 1. Next is again E, reduce it by 1. Now, T, C, O, D, E. Now, nothing is there. Check for these elements. And yeah, you will reduce only if they are not equal to 0. Okay. Now, check if A of I is not equal to 0. If in this case, then return false or do not store it. But if all are equal to 0, then make a list and add this string to it. This is an easy solution. Now you can see how this goes on. See what we have done, taken word lengths, then a frequency 26, one a string to store the universal subsets, move around, first store the single string frequency and then the maximum frequency as set, iterate and check for each and every word. If the single frequency is less than this, then obviously return it false. Let's see why less than. Let's say we had this word and this E was fine, but if it was Amazon or let's say Google, yeah, Google, E was 1 and it has to be 2, so obviously it is less, or E was 0 and it has to be 2, so in this case we'll return false. And if it is false, then don't add, and if it's true, add this, and then you'll get your answer. So this is an easy solution. If you want anything else or any other question or any other queries, do let me know in the comments. Till then, keep following.